Hello and welcome, Safal, on our podcast series. And before we begin, I would like you to introduce yourself to our viewers, what you have studied, from where are you in India, and where are you living in Germany.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me. My name is Safal, and I'm currently living in Bonn. I studied my bachelor's from International University of Applied Sciences. It's a private university, and it's been more than 1 year now. I'm living in Germany. Uh, my major is business administration, but now I've switched it to international management because of help of you.
Whenever we think about Germany, it's a big dream anyone sees, whether it is bachelor's or master's. So, if you can recall the day you landed on the airport, and what was the feeling and what was the first challenge you faced?
It was really an amazing experience because I always dreamed of going abroad. I did. I managed to. Uh, I can't forget that day because it was one of the most important day of my life when I landed here. And whatever thing I always dreamed of, and I was living the dream on that day, at least. And I didn't face any challenge as such. I mean, the language is the major problem because you have to communicate with the people. Without communication, you can't do anything. So, but fortunately, I met Indian people on the flight and he managed to, help me out with the stuff, and I just moved there. So it was a day.
Can we say the people were there, Indian or even Germans, are friendly? Like, if a new student is coming and they want to ask something, are they approachable and how it is?
It's very subjective. I mean, it depends on the people because if you have that nature to approach people, be kind, be friendly, then it's fine. But I think with my experience, most of the people are nice, but I also have some experience which are not good, especially in terms of jobs because most of the people who was already working in a company are Indians. They would only prefer, when an Indian joins, or they won't allow other nationalities or other Indian, or they would prefer to refer those who only they know. So something this also happened, but you should be careful. Like you have to think logically about it because you're dealing with the person. So it's not very universal, but it's very subjective because every person behave different.
How did this idea popped up to Safal, like from Uttar Pradesh, Mainpuri, till 12, and dreaming to study abroad? So, Germany was the first destination, or there was a lot of Google work done before that?
Uh, Actually, I mean it's pretty cringe, but I would say after completing my 12th, I got my results and I was like, okay, now I have to apply somewhere. My father told me that you should apply for government university. I attempted for CUET exam and it went pretty okay. But at the meantime, I was looking like if I can go abroad with the cheaper, with the cheaper tuition fees or something like this. And because if I do with private universities, it will cost me around 10 or 12 lakh, but if I'm doing it uh, here, it's almost same, like 10 to 15 lakh with the tuition fees because my university was private university. So I thought, why not to move there because it's a better option and you're getting more exposure there, right? You know how to be independent, how to manage your finance and everything else. So I thought if it's the same thing, then why not from something better? Like even if I'm completing my degrees from here, I think I might get better job because there's not a lot of competition. But the only major problem is like the language. If you speak the language, then it's not a problem because it's pretty hard in India to land a job nowadays. So I think so. So I just randomly decided to okay, let's go for the Germany.
That's nice. And you fulfilled your dream, and then you came there, and then you got to know the difference between private and public. And then, how did the idea pop up? No, I am completing my semesters, but I'm still not satisfied. I want to jump up into the public universities. So, did there was a major difference, or it was your choice? What made you to think, okay, no, I'm still not satisfied. I'm in Germany. I am starting into a university. Still, I want something more bigger. So, how all these things happen?
Okay, so the thing is, when I was in India, my plan was to go abroad, not to in public university or something, but to go abroad. That was my plan. Okay, let's go abroad. But when I came here and I looked at my university, and how it's going, I instantly started regretting because they don't have classes. There's no exposure. Most of the students are from India itself because I think almost of the students, and it didn't help me in growing myself. There's no skill development and there's nothing, no events going on, no social events, nothing. But in the same time, when I was living in like Bonn, there's the University of Bonn itself, and when I met the people of the university, like students who are studying in the University of Bonn, they were like so more active. They're so more culturally exposed to the people because there are lots of events going on. They have regular classes, they have seminars, they have presentation, but there's nothing in my university. So I was like, okay, I'm here, I'm doing job, I'm working, I'm just living my life, but it's of no use because I'm not learning anything, right? So I thought to change it.
So the hunger to build a career on the international map made you to take this decision. So it's very fortunate, I would say, that we did your process because that's very rare with this such young age. I can say you are very sorted, very calculative, and a very go-getter. Like what you want, you will get that, whether it is a stage one or stage four. So that's very rare to find a student like you. And yes, it's fortunate that we were part of your dream and we made it to a public university, although it is a very roller coaster ride. What we did, like, okay, are we getting the admission letter? We are putting the university. So every time it is a heartbeat popping up when there is a notification coming. Is Safal getting the admission letter, right? So I know that would be vice versa for you also. And how did you feel? Right. So how did you felt when that letter was there in your hands in front of your screen that yes, it's a admit finally.
I can't believe it. First of all, when you called me that, hey, I have a good news for you, I was like, okay, I was expecting something we might got the certification from the Star Gold or something like this. I was expecting some certification or some progress in the process, but when you told me it's an admission letter from the university, I was willing to go. I was like, no, no way, it happened. So it first of all, I can't believe it. I was like, stop for a moment. I was like, okay, fine, it happened. It's real. I instantly called my parents. They were like so happy. Like, okay, I've been trying for more than 1 year and it happened. Because it was a roller coaster ride, as you mentioned. Because just after coming here, I realized, okay, I have to leave this university as soon as possible. I contacted you at that time. You were in some different consultancy or something, but then you change. Even you have changed a lot because now you got a new team or something. I see the upgradation of all the things, but it was a roller coaster. Like last year, I remember that I applied for the summer semester, and it didn't work out because again of the university because they are not providing the recognized grade or something like this. And even this time, I almost lost the hope because you're getting rejection from most of them just because of the recognition is I didn't complete my student colleague here, so there was some glitches in the profile. But when you told me that okay, it's finally here, I was like on cloud nine. It was a real good feeling.
Right. So you would like to tell FIA Overseas began a year back, and Safal was one of the initial student who trusted us, and we begin the process. And as we moved to Germany for bachelors, we need 13 years of education, and he was doing his 13th year in IU and Germany. And since then, we started the process. And yes, it took two intake for us, but yes, second intake we were lucky with our strategies and the way we did the application. And yes, he is going to move from Bonn now, which he doesn't want to, but yes, that's the choice what he has now. The process, yes, obviously there would be an attachment, and Bonn is also a very beautiful city, I have heard. Right. So yeah. So now you would be exploring a different state and a place and a public university vibe, which you have seen from far. Now you would be living it. So yes, there would be a lot of things happening, and academically also it will make you more stronger. Your profile will become stronger, so that Not just the part-time jobs, you will have the actual job in hand soon. Right. And now, when we talk about this whole process, like a 12th standard student moving to abroad, in India, it is still on a very lower side. Right, people feel, and specifically parents, because we come from a very close knitted backgrounds, and there is still some scarcity, right? So, if you want to explain and you want to say your experience because you did that move change, so what message you would like to give to the audience who is just going to pass 12th or just passed out, how different it would be if they move at this time in Germany rather than doing the same thing in masters?
I think it's more better if you're planning to come early because now you're having more experience living abroad. You'll get more mature. You learn how to manage your finance, everything doing your own. Because when I was in India, my mother used to do everything for me. I didn't do anything like cooking, washing my clothes, nothing. I was just living, studying, going to school, eating, and then sleeping. That's all. But now when I came here, I see the challenges of the life. That okay, I have to wash my clothes. I have to cook food for myself. I have to take care of myself. Again, I have to focus on the studies. So I think it mentally helps the people to grow themselves. But again, you have to be determined that okay, you have to do these things because if not, then it's gonna harm you. Because if you're not putting efforts to what you want, then it's no use. So I think it changes people. Even what I've seen, like people come from a different background in India, they've changed a lot. I mean, they become more mature. I would say more mentally and physically because again it's you're also going to do part-time job, so you have to manage time also. So it's really appreciable like if a person or if a students come here and surviving on their own without any help, and it's really a good thing. It's if it's more early though, I mean, how do you say, like it's more better if you come early. So but again, I would suggest one thing, like if anyone wants to come after 12th, uh, don't rush it. Do your student colleague in India or probably some or 1 year from India or university, learn the language and then go for the bachelor's because it's more better than rushing into a private university.
So it's a valuable feedback coming from the experience. And yes, with the feedback what you gave, I can understand that yes, if you move out of India, you would be a strong-headed person and a independent person, which will automatically change your personality overall. So now, when we talk about the whole procedures happening with you, you get connected with FeaOverseas. Spoke. We were also building initially, but that right. What was that one thing which made you feel that okay, these is the right person or she is the right person where I can trust and I can put that okay, I might get it, or you just took a risk again?
It's a very good question because at the time I didn't directly connected with you. I connected with the company and that too through some Instagram promotion. I think if I remember correctly, it was an Instagram promotion and I applied from there. And there was a group the company created and you was in the group and then they were like, okay, we can't do it because you have to do the language first. Because I also didn't do the language, just directly came after 12th. So it was a mistake, but I would suggest the viewers that don't do it, don't rush, be patient, things will happen, good things take time. So I was like, okay, then fine. And then you created the group and you were in the group, and then I think something happened, they declined that okay, you have to learn the language first and then we can only do the procedures. And I was like, okay, I don't have the time to learn the language, but I still want to get something in English, and that too for bachelor's. And then I got a context, like you texted me on WhatsApp. I was like, okay, this sounds a little bit suspicious because you're going to leave the company and you told me that you're going to start your own company and doing my procedure individually as a freelancer. But I was like, okay, there was a lot of trust issues, but I trusted you. So I don't know, but I got convenient. You just convinced me, okay, we're going to do it. And I was like, okay, for sure, let's do it.
Right. It is very initial and automatically. That's why this question is very important for people to know that yes. we do process genuinely and we do get the results, and that was very important to understand. Like, we just connected overall calls only because you are in Bonn, I am in India, in Pune, and there is no meeting from physically. It's moreover on the call. You trusted us and we digged into the process that no, we have to get the admission letter. So yes, that was that would be an initial phase of the company also, and automatically, yes, as important it is for you, it was for us also to bring that letter. Right. So now we are doing your post admission. Yep, indeed. Now, if we talk about, like, as you are in Germany, so there is no visa process gonna happen for you. It's only the exchange part, and we are doing the enrollment part. So, would you like to highlight about that process? How did you understood about the process? Because once you went to Germany for the first time, the process was different, and now it is different. So, what, how the process is happening, and if someone in Germany want to also change their university, how the things happen.
Okay, so first of all, you have to get the confirmation from whatever university you applied. If you got the confirmation, then now you have a proper receipt. Okay, I confirm this university that I'm going to move there. First of all, you have to inform the Ausländer Behörde or the respective start office of the respective city which you are going to move. And there is one good thing I got to know, that if you're a student and your visa is not going to expire, or you already been in Germany for more than a year and you have a residence permit card, then they don't ask for the funds because you're not changing your visa and you're not extending your visa because you already have a valid visa. So I think that's also a good thing, that if you have a valid visa for like 1 or 2 years, you're not going to ask for the funds. So you just have to inform them and they will update it in their system. And the second thing is, like, you have to do the basic procedure. For example, if you've been already in Germany, then you don't have to do anything like bank account, city registration that you have to do because you're going to move. But tax ID and all the stuff will be there because you've already been in Germany. So you already have some experience to how to deal with this stuff. But this is a good thing that you don't have to show the funds again. I recently got to know, but yeah. But there's one more important thing, that if you're on still on valid visa, you don't have a residence permit, then they might ask, because then you're going to be about your extension, and for the extension they ask for the funds. So you can't do this. So you have to show the funds and be prepared about this. Okay, it's like this. But yeah, it's not that pretty complicated, but it's like, you have to dig into the things. You have to mail them. You have to do all the stuff. You have to search for the accommodation and the things, because again, you're going to move. So yeah. Mhm.
So basically, if we talk about the process while applying for a visa from India, it's simpler when we shift a university from another university in a different state, because first you have to complete the enrollment process from the university where you have got the admission, and you have to de-enroll from the university where you were studying. These two are the mandatory documents which you need, and then you have some bureaucratic formalities which you have to complete, which Safal has explained. And yes, we will guide you a very important thing over here. Do not miss any documentation and follow the rules, because that's very important, and you should not lose any loophole that okay, this I'll do later. Before you begin your next journey, you should complete all the bureaucratic formalities, because you are going to stay in the country for a longer time, and it's always good to follow the rules of that particular country. So after this, now let's begin the question which comes up with all the students about part-time job. Now, even when I am talking to the students, those who are in Germany, they are telling it, yes, part-time jobs are not easier nowadays in comparison of past. And yes, language requirement has also popped up a lot. Plus, they have to give multiple interviews, then they can grab a one. So, is it same way at the moment, or what you are facing?
Um, it's true, but the thing is, what's your main objective? Do you only want to get a job, or you want to get a job in a professional field or a particular field? For example, if you're just coming in Germany and you don't have any experience as a fresher, you have to look for the part-time job or the odd jobs. For the odd job, it's much more easy, but again, it's not that easy because you have to find the connection. You have to apply a lot of places, and uh, you have to make connections. I would suggest make connections with the people of your community. If you're from India, Pakistan, whatever, where you're from, just connect with the people. They help a lot. I got my first job with the connection. Like a friend referred me to a place, and I got my first job there as a part time. Language is another thing. If you speak a language, then it's more better. It's more easy for you to just get a job, because even if you don't have any skills, you speak the language. It's much more better. You can work in a kiosk or anywhere. It's a big advantage if you know the language. But even if you don't be like hopeless or something, because you're gonna find it. It's gonna take time, but you will find it, because just make connection, just talk to the people, apply everywhere wherever you got. Even your doesn't match with your CV, even the pointers are not there, but still apply it, let them know that you exist, and that's all. I think it's difficult, but it's not impossible, so you will get it.
Right. So you have to be approachable as a student, and you have to showcase that okay, you are a fit and a right person for the job, and then you might get lucky. Now, what you did when you got your first salary?
Okay. I send it home. I directly sent my first salary to my home. I was like, I saved my money because I was having my blocked account that time. So I was using my blocked account, and I sent my first salary home. I was like so happy. Okay, finally I did it.
Yeah, so in India also we do the same thing. The first salary goes to the parents, so you carried the same value being there. So do you miss India coming home, or how? When are you planning?
I was actually planning to go this year because it's been more than 1 year, and I like feel like I should see my parents once, because where I'm going, like doing all this stuff, I should see my parents. Like they're also growing, so I was planning to go this year, but now because I got into this uni, so I might be busy because of the semester and the initial work. So I probably go next year. But yeah, I do miss my family a lot.
True, obviously, that's again a part which we have to deal as an international student. That yes, we are gaining something and something we are gonna miss, and we have to be that strong headed. But yes, technology helps us a lot these days. That we can talk to them, we can see them, and we can enjoy that pleasure of seeing them each day. But yes, that cannot compensate what we can live with them, and the way we can reciprocate their love when we are in India. So we obviously wish you to come to India, and obviously we would also love to meet you. And and if there is one thing which you want to give as in feedback to any newcomer who is willing to move to Germany at the moment, so what would be that one tip which you have not shared till now and which can be a game changer for them?
I would say again, approach to the people, talk to the community. Don't feel shy. The worst can happen, they can say no. That's all. Because if you don't approach people, you're not going to make connection, and connection is very important here, because you're going to be here alone. If you don't have any connection, your family is not here to help you. You have to deal with the things alone. But if you have good friends, if you have good connections, it helps a lot. So I would just say be approachable, talk to the people, go to them, just ask them that how it's going about the job or anything, any help you need. People are nice, but again, you have to be approachable to the people, I would say.
Or we can say approach to FeaOverseas will get connected to Safal. So now we do a question, which is a myth breaker question about any country, wherever you are there. So let's talk about one myth which is happening, and people feel Germany is like this, but actually it is not like. So you let me know one myth about Germany which people think, okay, Germany is like this, and it is not, or maybe something vice versa.
Okay, it's a good question. Okay, I was expecting people here are like more friendly or more approachable, but the thing is, when I came here, they're like it's totally different, because here people don't talk to you. They don't talk to you nicely. They're very straightforward. They're like, okay, this that's the only thing. Like whenever I ask them, okay, can I take this? Yeah, you can take this. That's all. They are very close communication, and it's really hard to get inside the friend circle of Germans. So I was expecting to be more friendly, but when I came here, it's like it's totally opposite.
So where they're very straightforward. Either it is yes or no. There is no circle around.
There's no circle around exactly.
And for us, as being in India, we have the elaborative answers, or we have the all the things. So this can be a big change for us initially. Right. So now we are moving towards our last question, where we would like to ask your feedback about FIA Overseas with your whole experience from start till now. And will you recommend FIA Overseas to?
Yeah, okay, for sure. It's a firstly yes, I would say, because what I experienced, it was as you mentioned, it's a roller coaster ride. Just gone through a lot. There was rejection. There was so many stuffs going on. There was like some document missing. Sometime but Fear Overseas like helped me everywhere. They was like available most of the time, even when I'm texting at 9 a.m. They were like, okay, replying in 1 minute. Yeah, hi, I'm there. So it was a really nice experience, and I would really suggest people like if you're planning to move abroad, it's a place to go. It's trustworthy. They helped me a lot. It's totally legit. Just go with it. I would say. Mhm.
Thank you so much, Safal, for this. And I feel that yes, you have a very bright career and you will make it big. That's for sure. I don't have a single person doubt on that. Now, moving to a public Germany is a big step in your career. And yes, I can see with upcoming years you would be landing a very good job, settling over there, or maybe some other country. But yes, wherever you would be doing something big. That is my gut feeling. As I said that yes, we are going to get into public university. That is my second feeling about you, that yes, it's gonna happen. Because yes, we are in connection from past 6 to 7 months, and we do understand there is a vibe and a thought process of a student. So sometimes yes, we it rarely that we meet something in such a young age with like you, but yes, all the very best, and your future is obviously bright, and let's hope we get connected more in future, and all the very best for your journey into a public university.